Liz here with another craft. Face a little red because it was hot. I'm sweating. But so today we're going to decorate an acorn, and this is just a little little. It's about 11 inches long. Little acorn cut out from the Dollar Tree. And if you like this craft, please feel free to do this. And in the craft world, we call this sprinkling the love. So please sprinkle the love to your page. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is paint our acorn. And the bottom part here, I went ahead and marked it with a pencil where the division is between the lid, the top of the acorn, and the acorn itself. So we're going to paint the bottom this Waverly chalk paint Merlot, and I had gotten this at Walmart a while back. So I'm just going to take one of my brushes that is wet, I don't want it to be wet, and I already have my paints poured out here for me. So I'm just going to paint this with the Merlot chalk paint, and I'm just going around the line that I've drawn for the separation of the top and the bottom. And I actually took a tub, turned it upside down, and set it on this so that I could get a good line. So I just traced around the bottom of the tub, or actually it was the top of the tub. I turned it upside down. And we're going to be stenciling today. We're going to layer our stencils. And I'm hoping it turns out okay. And I don't know where this brush came from, but I guess it's a kid's brush. It says Crayola so big, but it works well once the bristles stop coming out. I guess when you first use it, a lot of the bristles are loose and they come out. But then once that happens initially, they don't come out anymore. And I probably will only have to give this one coat of paint. Since it's going directly on the wood, and it is, you know, unfinished wood. So I'm not trying to cover anything up like when you refab boards and stuff. And then I'm going to go around the edge. And this did have a hanger on it, a jute hanger. I just took that off. We're going to use a different one. And anytime I take those hangers off, I usually untie them. Or if I have to cut them, I cut them right at the ends so that if I need to, I can use them later. I just feel like, you know, if you have it, there's no need to waste it. Of course, it's not a very long piece of jute, so if you wanted to throw it away, that's fine. I just don't. I guess I feel a little guilty about it. I don't know. Do you all feel guilty when you throw stuff away? Okay, so I'm just going to take my brush all down in the same direction. And then I'm going to use my heat gun on it. just going to dry it before I put on the white coat at the top. Or I'm sorry, the white coat? Yeah, white coat at the top. Keep forgetting what I'm going to do. I'm doing so many different things with this one here. It's hard to keep it all straight. Okay, I think that's pretty good. I do have a little bit of bubbling down here. I'm going to see if I can take care of that. And then this is a little whitish there, so I'm going to put a little bit more on that and over here. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and put my white on the top here. And we're not going to leave it white, but we're going to start out with it white. This is going to look pretty awesome, if I do say so myself. And then I have some other crafts I'm working on that I think you guys are going to really like too. So I can't wait to show you those. Okay, so I'm just painting the top white. Can't really see it too much. I'm going to try to stay on the edge of where it meets the Merlot chalk paint. And then I'm going to go around the edges. And then once you're going around the edges, you want to make sure you wipe the excess off the top. Okay, we just need a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to dry these. pretty dry. So I'm going to go ahead and going to highlight. I'm going to highlight the acorn a bit, and I'm going to use my black. I'm using, oh, and for the white paint, what I used was Anita's acrylic craft paint. And then for the black, I'm using Anita's acrylic black. So I'm just using my little old chippy brush. I'm dipping it in my black, but I'm off putting most of the paint. And so I'm going to use very little paint. And I'm going to go around the edges. Just going to give it a little dimension. Still has a little bit too much on there. And then I'm just going to go, with the acorn itself. So just like that. Maybe put a little bit more down here. And then I'm going to do that with the top part, but I'm going to use this English mustard. I seem to be using that a lot. So I'm going to do that to the top of the acorn. So I'm just going to take most of my paint off, and I'm going to go around the edges. Just like that. Can you see? And then I'll do this side over here. And since the acorn top sits on top of the actual acorn, we're going to do around the bottom part of the acorn top too. So I'm just going around the edge of the white here. Just getting a little bit of the mustard. English mustard. Can you see that? And then I'm going to swipe it this way. So let me get a little bit more. And then I'm going to take the stem and go that way. What do you guys think? Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry a little bit more, and we're going to work on our leaf. So we have one of these leaves here, and it came from the Dollar Tree. They're these color your own ornaments, and there's 5 in a pack. So we're just going to use one, and I'm going to paint it with this Folk Art Bayberry green color. And I need to get another brush out for that. And I have my paint already poured here. And I'm just going to go over the front, the back, and I think I'm going to leave the sides as is because they're brownish. And I'm just going to leave those as they are. Now I might paint the stem. Let's get our English mustard out. course I had to get some on my green here. But that's okay, because we're actually going to use our mustard to highlight this. So I'm just painting the front and the back. I'm not going to paint the sides because it's already a little brownish there. So cute. So let me hold it like this. Get my English mustard out. Alright. Let me go over this a little bit more. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I'm just going to dry this a little bit, and then I'll put my highlights on it for the English mustard. Take long to dry. So I'm going back to my English mustard. I'm going to take most of it off my brush, and I'm just going to go around the edges of the front part of this leaf. And if you go beyond the edge, that's fine. Actually, the leaves are all different colors. If you live outside of Texas, in Texas they're green or brown. They're dead. Green or dead, basically. I kind of miss West Virginia for the fall, the leaves in the fall, and the flowers in the spring. You don't see too much of that here. You have a little bit, but not enough, not like there. Okay, so this is what we have so far. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more, take some off of my brush, so I barely have any on there. And then I'm just going to take it up and down, up and down. See that? Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we have that ready to go. Now we want to go back to our acorn. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put this scatter seeds of kindness with a dandelion on it and the little pieces flying off on my acorn itself. Oh boy, that's really sticky. So I definitely want to fuzz this. So I just have this cloth from the Dollar Tree. I did order a fuzzing cloth, so when my order comes in, I will have a nice little fuzzing cloth. I ordered a couple more stencils and some different color chalk paste. And I can't wait to get my order. They're just sending it out today, so I don't know how long it's going to take. I know, I'm just excited. I want to get it now. Okay, so I'm just going to put this, I'm going to eyeball it, put it in the center of my acorn. Now all of the grass is not going to be on here, but that's okay. And you can see where I've used this stencil before. I've used it, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 times. So I'm going to use, and I did put the links to this stencil in the description, and we're going to use the chalk paste Brilliant White. I did put a link to that in the description. And if you do decide to order, please order from my links, because I do get a little percentage for that. So your chalk paste should be the consistency of yogurt or sour cream. So I'm just going to take a bit on my squeegee here, and this is one of those cut apart squeegees. This is the size they come, and then you can cut it in pieces. I have a little piece for little stencils and a bigger piece for the bigger ones. So I'm just going to press this into the screen portion, and of course, you know, I get it on the green too, of the stencil. I want to make sure I get all of the screen part filled in with the chalk paste. Just want to get all my dandelion little pieces that were blown away. I'm going to get all my words. And then the grass down here at the bottom. Now, if your chalk paste gets thicker, you just spray it with distilled water and mix it until it's the consistency of, like I said, either yogurt or sour cream. And it doesn't matter, like, if it has chunks in it. When you get it, you just need to add water to get it to the consistency that you need. And you want to use distilled water. So get yourself a little spray bottle and some distilled water, and put it in there for your chalk paste, because they will dry out. Okay, I think I have everything here. I have my excess off. Oh, there's a little piece right there. Maybe right there. Okay, so I'm just going to put my excess back into my container. And we're going to use this again. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Look at that. Now, I have a tub of water here that I'm going to put my stencil in, but when you get finished stenciling, you want to take it to your sink, preferably your kitchen sink with a sprayer, and you want to use the stencil cleaner sponge on it, and it comes right off. So I'm going to go ahead and dry this with my heat gun so I don't smear it. This looks really good. Now they do have some fall stencils out there, and I did get one. I purchased one, but like I said, they're shipping it out today. But they have different ones if you want to get your fall stencils, and they also have a few Christmas ones. So this is what we have so far. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do the top. And we have the buffalo check and then the polka dots. And I've used both of these, but these come in a set. And I did put the link out there for these in the description. So we're going to use the buffalo check on the top of the acorn. So it is a little bit sticky. So I want to fuzz it a bit. We're only going to use a small portion of it. and it's not really that sticky. So let's see. And I think I want it right there. So I'm just going to do the part where the white is, and I'm going to use the black chalk paste. I did not put the link in for this one because I wasn't thinking that I was using it. But if you click on the chalk paste, you'll see all the different colors they have. So I'm going to use the bigger squeegee for that. And you can see the consistency there. And I'm just going to dip it in there. And I got quite a bit. And then I'm just going to put it on the top portion of my acorn. Okay, this other one is sticking to me. Turn this around so I can get a better idea of what I'm doing here. I just want it on the lines where the white is. I don't want to get it on my Merlot color. So I'm trying to be careful here. If I do get it on there, yeah, doesn't matter too much. See a little spot right there. Probably should just leave it alone. I think I will. Okay, I just want to get some of the excess off here. Put it back in my tub. And let's see what we have. Ooh, look at that. What do you guys think? Is that cute? Super cute. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my water. Face down. And then what we're going to do is take our leaf and set this aside, and we're going to do the polka dot on it. And again, we're going to do the you know what, maybe, yeah, we'll do the black. And I don't want to get it on the stem. So I just laid it, and I've used this a few times so it's not that sticky. So I just laid it on my leaf here. And I'm going to use this little piece of squeegee. And I'm just going to put it on the dots that are on the leaf. Let's see if that's it. Looks like that's it. So I just put it on the dots that were on the leaf. Wait, there's a little piece I missed. A little piece right there. Little tiny piece. Okay. And there we have our leaf. Isn't that cute? Okay. So we're going to put that in the water. And can you see this around the edges here? I am just going to take my squeegee and push this to where it's going down into the chalk paste, because if you get it wet you can use it. So I did order some spatulas to help me with my paints, so I don't have to use my squeegee. So when that comes in, I'll work on that one. Okay, so I'm going to put my brushes in my water here. Put these paints up. Okay. So what I have is, okay, where did it go? Well, oh, it's in the floor. Okay. So this is what I have, and I got this off of another little, it was a little thing that came from, it was a tag that said blessed from Hobby Lobby when it was 66% off. So I just took it off there, and I'm going to put it on here. Let me make sure this is dry. So I don't know if I can get it through here or not. I might need to put some glue on it. So let me do that. So I'm just gluing the ends, and then I'll rub my finger on it to get it to stick, and then it should be able to go through the hole. Okay, there we go. And you know what? I am going to have to dry this because it's getting on my fingers. So I'm just going to tie a knot in this. Let's see if I can get that a little bit in there, a little bit more, so I can have room to tie that twice. So I'm just putting it through here, making a simple knot. And then I think what I'll do is I'll just glue it, because this is the piece that I have left. So I'm just going to glue that so it'll stay. And this is very lightweight, so shouldn't be a problem. And then, you know, I'm not really liking the brown around here since we put the black on it, so I'm going to go over that with a black brush, and I'm just going to use my fan brush here. I'm just going to go around the edges, just like I did with the brown. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about the stem because I am going to wrap that. Actually, I'm going to wrap it with the twine, the jute. And then I want to go around the edges here. Why does that one come off? Probably not the best brush to use for that. So let me try this one. I didn't get enough. Here we go. And I might actually take my sanding block on this. Okay. Maybe I'll go ahead and do that. Take that down. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. Okay, so let me dry this. I think I'm going to take my sanding block to the top part here. Now this is just a sanding block that we got at Harbor Freight. It's really smearing the chalk paste. Just making it look a little old. Okay, here we go. And I'm going to take my twine here, and I just picked this up at the Dollar Tree. It's jute, and I am going to glue it on the back here. Put a little piece of glue, a little strip of glue, and then I'm going to wrap this around. And then I wanted to go ahead and put my hanger on there so that we could wrap this around the hanger. So we're just wrapping it around. I'm not gluing it as I go. We'll glue it as we need to if it starts to slip off. Let me see if I could do this with my other hand. And once we do this and put the leaf on, we will be done. Just wrapping it, and I'm going over top of where the hanger is attached, and I think we're going to have to put some glue on this. So let me put a little bit of glue there. And then I'm going to go ahead and fill in some of these gaps. So I'm just wrapping it around, filling in gaps, doing it pretty thickly. Now Now these last few wraps I will probably have to start gluing them down because they're going to want to slide off. So I'm going to put a little glue right here. Just going to continue around until I get the whole stem covered. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to take this around to the back here, glue it down, and then cut it. So I just took it to the back, glued it down, and now I'm going to cut it loose. And that's what we have. And I'm going to push this leaf, see if that'll go up in there. So I'm just going to put some glue right here on the stem of the leaf, and then I'm going to take it and put it underneath the jute. And it didn't work. My glue dried too quickly. So need a new stick anyway. Alright, let's try that again. So just like that, and I think I'm going to put a little glue here and a little glue there and up there, just to hold it in place. Now, if you want, you could put a little ribbon here, a little bow. I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is, though. So I will take a picture of this and put it on Liz's craft page. And if you guys like this video, please share with your friends, sprinkle with your friends, and I will put it on YouTube and Pinterest. My Pinterest is Adorned by Liz. And I will see you back tomorrow with another craft. So until then, keep crafting. Bye.